What's happening, tabletop gamers? My name is LeunameGames. Welcome back to LeunameGames Unboxes. Today, we're going to be taking a look at The Towers of Arkhanos by Daniel Alves and Eurico Cunha and published by IDW Games and Creative Game Studio. Let's have a look at the back here and see what this is about. Tap into the power of Arkhanos. Build the tallest tower. Become wizards and help them build the mystical towers of Arkhanos. Roll and draft dice that become part of the towers themselves. Learn and cast powerful spells to alter the dice and rise above the competition with strategic moves in this family game of 3D tower building. So a dice drafting game with a little bit of a dexterity element since you're trying to physically build up towers. Interesting concept. Not sure how well those mechanisms would go together, but I'm willing to give this a look. So with all that said, let's have a look and see what does the Towers of Arkhanos have to offer us. The game comes with a whole bunch of dice, and this is partially what you're going to use to be building the towers. They are these standard 6-sided dice, as usual, although I do like that they decided to engrave the pips on the die instead of just painting them on. That's very nice. That means they'll last a whole lot longer, as well as a whole bunch of standard meeples in the game. Interestingly, they decided to have them be the standard 4 colors of red, yellow, blue, and green. Although for some reason when it came to the dice they decided to switch out the potential green dice for purple. Not sure why that's the case, but it could be that these dice aren't actually assigned to the players because this is a dice drafting game. So these are just the dice that you'll pick from, and these are actually the colors that represent the players. In addition to the standard meeples in the game, which the game calls apprentices, there is also one meeple for each player with a star in the middle that the game refers to as a master, which I'm assuming is also going to be used to help build up the towers, but it gives you a special purpose. There are a whole bunch of tokens that come with the game, more than what I am showing on the screen now, and these are basically the points that you are trying to get, as what they will call prestige. They come in the denominations of 1, 3, and 5, and I must say they are all very thick tokens, so you don't have to worry about accidentally bending them while you're handling them. And I can also say with confidence, they are very easy to tell apart, they differ in size very well, and the text on the tokens are very easy to see, so you shouldn't have any issues determining which are which. There are 4 player boards that come with the game, one for each player, and they are double-sided, but they're actually the exact same. The difference is that on this side, it has text explaining what the different actions that you can do based on the dice that you draft. On the other side, it has the exact same thing, but it just uses symbols rather than text. Similarly, there is a singular board that comes with the game that the game calls the Mana Pool board, and it has a track here, and this is, I'm assuming, is going to be where you place the one die that doesn't get drafted onto that board to let you know what round you're in, as well as a little section down here that can help you calculate the scores for the various sections of the towers at the end of the game. On the other side is the exact same thing, but rather than having the text that shows you which section is which, they are substituted with just some symbols. Then there are the towers themselves, and these towers actually have 3 things about them that you'll need to know. They are not double-sided, by the way, and on each of these towers has some dice in the middle, and these are basically the colors and the numbers that you are allowed to use to build the towers. There are also 3 pillars up here in the corners here, and these are basically where you'll put the dice. There are also these little white meeples here. That is where you will place your little apprentice meeples if you would like to use them to build the towers. However, the actual pillars themselves actually have a little symbol inside each of them, and that's because if you were to use a die in that spot, then you can get a bonus depending on whatever symbol you place the die into. And I gotta say, the dice on the middle of these tower tiles are very nice. They are very easy to tell apart from each other. The symbology is very easy to see. The symbology on the pillars, it could be done a little better. you might have some difficulty telling what is what depending on how well you can see. For the most part, it seems like you shouldn't have any issue, but I can't guarantee that you would be able to see them the best. Also, these are very thick tiles, so you should not have to worry about accidentally bending them when you handle them. And then finally, because this is a dice drafting game, it comes with a cloth bag to put the dice in, and it even has the name, the Towers of Arkhanos, as well as the designers on it, just in case you need to know who designed it. So that is everything you will get if you obtain the Towers of Arkhanos. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. If you want to learn how to play the Towers of Arkhanos, or if you want to know my thoughts on it, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more tutorials, reviews, and unboxings. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.